Same skill, same person, but one resume got me zero replies and the other one got me shortlisted 15 plus times. And no, I didn't become suddenly more talented. I just changed how I presented my resume. Hey, I'm Pujita. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to show you my resumes. The one that I used in my college placements and the one that got me a remote job. And stay till the end because I'm going to share you two resume tips that made a huge difference in my shortlisting rate. And you know what? Most people completely ignore them. When I started my MCA, to be honestly, I don't even have a resume at that time. So in our college, we used to have placement training sessions. And at the first session, they literally made us to create our own resumes. And I still remember that moment. I was sitting in a classroom with all my classmates. I just pulled up a random template and started to add all the details I had. And that was my first resume. And I used it for entire 2 years in all my college placements. To be fair, it worked. That resume got me into two big tech companies in my college placements. But when I started to apply for a job off campus, I used the same resume because in my mind I thought this resume got me into two college placements. So that means this resume is working well. So I used the same resume to apply off campus also. And suddenly nothing has worked. No replies, no interviews, and just rejection emails. And I was genuinely confused because my skills didn't change, my projects were still there, and I couldn't able to understand why it was not working. One day when I was scrolling through LinkedIn and applying for jobs, I stumbled upon a post. I don't remember who posted it, but it said, "This is a resume format that gets shortlisted." That resume looked too simple. No designs, no colors, just plain text. But at that point, I had nothing to lose, so I wanted to give it a try. At the same day I sat down, I rebuilt my entire resume. Not by adding more, but by removing unnecessary things and making it clear. And this resume has changed everything. I got shortlisted in 15 plus places. I got many interview calls, and this resume has got me a remote job in 60 days. Same person, just different presentation. Now, instead of showing you both the resumes, I want to compare them in front of you because the difference is not in what I knew, it's in how I showed it. As you can see in the screen, the left one is my college resume and the right one is my updated one. In my old resume, I had an objective. It says to work for an organization that provides me with an opportunity to achieve professional satisfaction. It's fine, but it's too generic. So these kind of objectives works for a college student in their college placements, but not for a fresher who are looking for a job in off-campus job market. So in my updated resume, I renamed that section to summary, and I also wrote an updated version saying aspiring web developer with hands-on experience in building responsive websites, blah blah blah, saying that I'm eager to learn, adapt, and contribute to real world projects and in collaborative environment. And this immediately tells to the recruiter the role I am targeting, and this summary is specifically curated for web developer or front-end developer roles. And when it comes to the skills section, as you can see in my old resume, I literally dumped all my skills into one section, and that's not a good practice. So in the updated one, I structured my skills into subgroups saying languages, frameworks, softwares and tools, databases. Basically, when a recruiter sees a resume, they don't have time to go through the resume line by line. They literally scan the resume in 2 seconds. Labeling your skills and highlighting them helps them to understand your skills in a better way. And when it comes to the education, in my old resume, I literally added all my education details from my schooling to my current education. I think it's not that important to add your schooling details in your resume, so I completely removed and just kept my latest education details in my updated one. And next we have experiences. As I was just entered my college, I literally didn't have much experiences in my hand related to tech field, and I only had one part-time job which I did as a receptionist during my graduation holiday. So I added that instead of leaving it blank, so that hiring managers can think I have some experiences with communication and talking to the people. That was my basic idea while I was creating my college resume. But when it comes to my updated resume, I only added the relevant skills to it. Like I have added the web developer role which I did in a small company, and I also added my Nokia internship which I got through my placements. And as you can see, I just didn't added the role and the company. I also added some description and also highlighted certain keywords so that they can understand the role better. And next we have project section. So in my college days, I didn't have many projects. I only had one project which I did for my web development assignment. So I just added only that. So when it comes to my updated resume, I added the projects which are relevant to web developer or front-end developer role. As you can see in my project section, I clearly added project description for each and every project. And I also highlighted certain keywords so that when a recruiter or a ATS system scan my resume, they can understand my projects very fastly. And I also included links for my projects. These links can be our GitHub repository or a live project link. When a recruiter visits these projects, they can understand your skills and it proves what you can build. And for freshers, this can be more powerful than the experience. Now, when you observe the structure of my old resume and the current one, the old resume really full, but it lacks clarity. In my new resume, it looks really simple and it has only things that are necessary for the role I am applying for. And this resume can be understandable in seconds. And that's what we needed. When you see both my resumes, in my updated one, you can see I have removed a lot of things from my old one, like too many personal details, unnecessary things, and basically things that didn't matter anymore. My old resume is not bad. It worked for my college placements. But off campus hiring is a completely different game and it needs its own resume. Okay, if you have stayed till here, that means it's time for my two bonus tips that made a huge difference for me. Tip number one is that customize your resume. As a fresher, we might be applying for multiple roles at the same time, and applying with the same resume everywhere is not a good thing. Create a specific resume for each role you are targeting. Like if you're targeting for a web developer or a front-end developer role, create a resume that includes all the details like projects and skills related to the web developer role. And if you're applying for a React developer role, create a resume that matches with the React developer requirements. This helps you in getting shortlisted in a much better way. And tip number two is that your resume file name. I know it's really a simple thing, but it matters a lot. As we keep on updating our resume, and sometimes our resume file names might end up like resume number 1, resume number 2, resume number 1 of 1, resume number 2 of 1. So these kind of resume names are not good. So whenever you save your resume, always save it in such a way that with your name underscore and the role you are applying for. For example, my resume name was Pujita Verma underscore WD, which means web developer. This might sound really simple, but when recruiter downloads thousands of resumes, this kind of naming system can help you to stand out among them. And those are my two tips. And you don't have to always have more skills. Sometimes you just need to present what you already have in a better way. And if you're applying for a lot of jobs and not getting any replies, maybe it's high time you need to update your resume. If you want, you can send me a resume and I'll pick a few and review it in the next one. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I'll see you guys in the next one.